Hey friends, welcome to a movement wellness class. This is going to be 10 to 15 minutes and it'll just be some mobility and yoga and breath work, something to get you warmed up for the day or pre-workout or just your daily dose of movement to feel good. I am 3 weeks postpartum, so this particular class will be nice and gentle. However, the movements will feel good regardless of where you are in your body or your journey. So yeah, take that as you will. I'm gonna be super gentle today and I'm gonna have a bolster. You don't necessarily need this, but we will start out in a supported bridge pose. All right, so if you are early postpartum like me, make sure you're laying down on your side first and then roll onto your back. Then eventually, if you're comfortable with it, you can press to your feet, lift your hips up, and then you have the option to slide the bolster underneath your bottom. From here, get out any wiggles that you need, find a comfortable spot. Close your eyes down and we're just gonna breathe here for a few moments. And as you breathe in, really let the air expand outwards through your lungs, through your rib cage, up into your chest, and then down into your belly. Exhale, don't work for it, don't think about it, just let the air go. And as you inhale, you can also think about the pelvic floor, just softly allowing the breath to meet it. So, no big strain or anything, but just a softening of the pelvic floor. It's important to take a few moments at the beginning of class just to ground here into your body, into your breath, into this moment. You have the option to stay with these nice full 360-degree breaths, or you could, on the exhale, add a slight core contraction and a pelvic floor contraction. So inhale is the same, nice and full, expansive. And then on your exhale, pelvic floor pulls together and up and in. And then the core tightens like a corset. You can place your hands inside your hip bones to feel that nice tightening and support. Inhale softly and fully. Exhale, gentle contraction of the pelvic floor in and up. And then the core wraps around you tight. So we're not just pulling in at the belly button, but we're feeling a hugging of your whole core system in. 3 more breaths of your choice. Good, and then softly blink your eyes open if you close them. You can press to your feet just a smidge to release that bolster. And then we're gonna come into a right side lying. So scoot your hips over and your shoulders over to the left side of your mat and then roll onto your right side. You can place your bolster or block in between your knees if you'd like, but you definitely don't have to. So knees are bent at 90 degrees. Let's stretch our arms out in front of us, placing left hand on top of right. And then on an inhale, you're gonna slide your left arm all the way across your body, open it up to the other side. Big breath in. And exhale, close the arm back down. So it's like we're opening the page of a book. Inhale, open up wide. Exhale, close it. If you really want to isolate this movement in the thoracic or the mid-back spine, that bolster or block is there to squeeze your inner thighs together so you stabilize the pelvis and don't really twist open through the lower back. So inhale to open up. And exhale, close it back down. We'll do about 7 or 8 with your own breath, with your own timing. then on this last one, let's just hold for a few deep breaths in that open position. So squeeze your inner thighs together, keep that pelvis nice and stable. And we're just twisting from above the belly button. And let that left arm, left elbow hang heavy towards the left side of the mat behind you. And again, think about breath filling up the whole canister of the center of your body. Through the chest and collarbones, the rib cage, the belly, down into the pelvic floor. One more inhale. Good. Exhale, close that left arm. We're gonna press through our left hand. You can take your bolster out. And then come to a side sit. So right now it still doesn't feel great for me to just fully sit on my bottom. So side sitting is a good option. So that most of the weight is through the left sit bone. And you're kind of curling your feet underneath you. Knees are plenty bent. Let's bring our right arm and our left arm over towards our left leg. So left hand can hold onto your ankle. Right arm, if you can reach towards your left calf, do it. If not, just place it on the outside of your left thigh. So we're side stretching, really opening through the right and back side of your body. So think about breathing into the back of your sports bra. You always have the option to close your eyes if that helps you visualize that area a little bit better. And really visualize that breath moving in and out. Let's do 3 more cycles here. And then as you're ready, we're gonna lay back down onto our right side and then roll to the other side. So again, being really gentle if you're in this postpartum period, just rolling onto your side or back and then onto the left side. So you can scoot your hips and shoulders over to the right, roll on over to the left, and then option to place that blocker bolster in between your thighs if you'd like. Knees are bent at 90 degrees, stretch your arms out in front of you. And then on your next breath in, open that right arm all the way out to the side, like a big wingspan. And exhale, close it back down. Inhale, open up, big breath in. Again, visualize the whole entirety of your spine getting filled with breath. Exhale, close down. Inhale, slight squeeze of your inner thighs together, stabilize your pelvis as you twist open through your thoracic spine. Do about 4 or 5 more on your own. And then on this last one, let's hold it. Let your right elbow be really, really heavy. You can even bend at your elbow. A couple of deep breaths in here. Good. Gently release any props you're using. Push through your right hand. Come into a side sit. Then we'll do our little side stretch on the other side. I'll turn to you. So this time, we're sitting on our left hip, and then feet are tucked under us, hands reach over towards the right leg. And then you can find a little rounding of the spine. Breathe into the back left side of your sports bra. If you find that your shoulders are clenched up towards your ears, relax them. Let's do 3 more deep breaths. Release it out in your own way, in your own time. Make your way to a tabletop. So stacking shoulders over hands and hips over knees. Really feel the ground underneath all these points of contact. And then arrive here with a big breath. If everything feels okay here, start to take a little wiggle, like a wag of your tail, your tailbone side to side. And again, you always have the option to close your eyes. Good, now let's tuck our pelvis under. So we're not doing a big cat-cow, we're still kind of healing everywhere, so we're not gonna do any extreme ranges of motion. Unless you're not postpartum, then cat-cow your heart out, or cat-cow gently, whatever suits you. But otherwise, I'm just gonna do a little pelvic tuck. So the tailbone is reaching down in between my thighs, and then I'm pulling it back up towards the sky. And really feel if you can make this movement kind of symmetric. So notice if you tend to lean towards one side versus the other. And then you can stay in either of those, or if you want, you can do kind of like a clock movement. So just a gentle, small circle in a clockwise direction. Again, I'm just kind of isolating at the pelvis right now. And then switch it out, go in a counterclockwise direction. And the last thing is we're going to take these little half circles. So create a smile shape with your hips, rocking forward and to the right, all the way back, and then forward to the left. So this is nice, just gentle stretch for the glutes as well as for the wrists. Let's do a couple more in each direction. As you come back to center, plant your right hand and right knee down. Kickstand your right foot out to the side, and then we're going to open our body to the left. Take a modified side plank. So we're stretching our left leg long and straight, and then reaching left arm up to the sky. You could place a block underneath that right hand to bring the ground up to you a little bit more. So left arm can be up towards the sky or overhead. And we're not going for a huge inner thigh stretch or anything, more of a side body opener. And then reconnect to your breath. You could take some big circles out with the top arm as well. That usually feels pretty good. Two more cycles. Then we'll switch it out. Come back through center, left hand plants, left knee stays grounded. Kick your left foot out to the side a little bit. And then straighten your right leg long. Toes point out to the right. And right arm can reach towards the ceiling or overhead. Or a little bit of both. Good. Option to add those big arm circles if you want. Two more rounds. All right, remove any props you were using. We're gonna find our way onto our backs again. Take your time getting there. Be easeful about it. And then as you get there, we're gonna take a figure 4 supine stretch. So normally I would say cross your ankle over your right ankle over your left knee and really let that knee splay out to the side. But we don't wanna overstretch our pelvic floor right now. So I'd aim towards bringing your right calf over your left thigh. and kind of bringing everything closer towards midline. But we can still breathe down into the pelvic floor, feel those glutes soften and relax here. Just no need to crank open at the hips quite yet. And then I like to do a little rock side to side. It's gonna be a nice release for the low back. And then again, think about softening your right glute. Maybe you could put your hand on the front of your right thigh, make sure your hip flexor is released. And then we're gonna add on eagle arms. Let's bring our left hand on top, wrap your right arm underneath, and then if you're able, you can double clasp and find your hands in the center, or you could hold on to opposite shoulders. And here we're breathing into the back body, the backs of the shoulders. Release your arms, keep your legs as they are, and then take a gentle side stretch of your neck. So we can bring our right ear over towards our right shoulder and send your breath into the left side of your neck. And then move back through center with your neck, uncross your right leg, and we'll just switch it out. So if you're not postpartum, take whatever opening of your hips you want. If you are, be a little more easeful with it. How about left calf over the right thigh and just bringing everything a little bit in towards center. I like to rock my hips side to side. And think about releasing my low back and my left glute. Breath still makes its way down to your pelvic floor. And then we can add our eagle arms. So this time right arm is on top, left arm underneath, either holding on to opposite shoulders or double wrap. And then let the back of your heart expand with your breath. More cycles of breath. Release your arms. Gently pull your left ear towards your left shoulder and breathe into the right side of your neck. And as you come back through center, uncross your legs. You can let your knees fall in towards each other for a broken bridge. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, or somewhere along your body. And take 3 full intentional breaths before we leave this space. Inhale in through your nose. Fill up underneath both hands. And exhale, open your mouth side out. Inhale to fill up. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. And one more time. All right, that is the end of our movement wellness class. You can take any additional stretches that feel right for you, but that was just a nice little easy one. Also for the beginning of the new year. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.